Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas have become the definition of a power couple since they met 24 years ago. That's not to say they haven't experienced many ups and downs throughout their marriage. From Michael's throat cancer diagnosis, Catherine's bipolar disorder, an arrested child, a separation, and reconciliation, they have certainly been through the ringer.
But truly, the depth of our relationship is that we're kind to each other, and we're best friends.
They always seem to make it work through it all. Is it possible they are heading toward another split? The year was 1998. The Deauville American Film Festival was in full swing, and there were a lot of famous faces floating around. Michael Douglas had seen Catherine Zeta-Jones walking by, and something sparked in him. From there, he asked his publicist to set up a date for the pair. I had been told Michael Douglas wanted to meet me. I was a little nervous because I didn't quite know what he wanted to meet me about, she said. The pair met in a bar, and Michael was a total gentleman. From there, he asked Catherine for a nightcap, and she agreed. Everything seemed like it was going swimmingly. Well, until the actor said to her, "You know, I'm going to be the father of your children." That's definitely some kind of pickup line, right? "You know, I've heard a lot about you, and I've seen a lot about you, and I think it's time that I say goodnight," she replied. Yeesh. Her response had Douglas thinking he might have blown his shot. However, he knew she was off to film Entrapment on a small island in Scotland, so he arranged to have roses waiting for her when she arrived.
And I got to my room at like 2 o'clock in the morning. They went, "Oh, you never guess what you got some gorgeous flowers from Mr. Michael Douglas."
Over 2 decades later, and Zeta-Jones still has the card from the bouquet. You know what the worst thing is about him saying that first night that he was going to have my kids? He was right, she said. Despite what Michael may have thought, the pair's friendship quickly grew. 9 months later, Catherine realized they were still having long conversations on the phone and fantastic dinner dates. So why weren't they together? He certainly didn't want me as an ex-girlfriend on his list, and I certainly didn't want Michael Douglas as an ex-boyfriend on my list. We looked at each other one day and said, "We're having a lot of fun together," she said. However, before they took the next step, many people had questions about their age gap. The pair were born on the same day, September 25th, just 25 years apart. The actress found it funny that people fussed over their age difference because she and the actor's parents were the same age. Then, on New Year's Eve 1999, just a year and a half after meeting, Michael and Catherine took a trip to Aspen. They were both down with the flu, but the actor still thought it was the perfect moment to pop the question. She said yes to him and a $1 million vintage ring. It wasn't long before rumors began to circulate that the newly engaged couple was expecting, and this was the reason behind the proposal. We obviously were hoping to hang on to this information a little longer than expected, but Catherine's expecting, and both of us couldn't be happier, Douglas said, confirming the pregnancy. On August 8, 2000, the pair welcomed their son, Dylan Douglas. Michael already had a son, Cameron, from his first marriage to Deandra Luker, and he couldn't wait to be a big brother. In November 2000, the new parents tied the knot in an extravagant ceremony at the Plaza Hotel in New York City. Douglas's then 21-year-old son served as the best man, and their 3-month-old son was also there for the special day, of course. The couple opted to skip venturing out on a honeymoon to spend time with their baby. It doesn't get any better than this. 2000 is not going to be a year that's forgotten, he said. In 2002, Catherine discovered she was pregnant with her and Michael's second child toward the end of filming Intolerable Cruelty. The couple welcomed their daughter, Karis Zeta Douglas, on Easter Sunday in 2003. For the next 6 years, the family of 4 lived in the tropical paradise of Bermuda. Douglas found that there was real solace in returning to the tiny island where he had about 70 relatives in one space. We were looking for a country place when suddenly I said, "Wait a minute. By plane, Bermuda's just 90 minutes from New York. Less time than it takes to get to the Hamptons," he recalled. That solace would soon end when in 2009, Michael's oldest son was arrested and charged with possession of methamphetamine. His sentence was increased to 7 years when he was caught selling prescription drugs in prison.
He's been in solitary for almost 2 years, and as a parent, I've been told you cannot visit him for 2 years.
Although the actor felt like a bad father and the public shamed him as one, Douglas said that prison would be the best thing for him. He was going to be dead or somebody was going to kill him. "I think he has a chance to start a new life, and he knows that," he said. After Cameron concluded his sentence in 2016, he credited his stepmom for helping him get through the tough time. He noted how Michael and Catherine never gave up on him, but he particularly noted how the actor supported him along the way. Sadly, 1 year after his son was convicted, Douglas was diagnosed with throat cancer. He underwent radiation and chemotherapy that drained him, but he was determined to beat the cancer. It was grueling for Zeta-Jones to watch her husband go through such a difficult time, but she noted that if there was anything the actor had, it was strength and dignity. By 2011, Michael revealed that he was cancer-free and relieved. During the whole period of chemotherapy, it never crossed his mind that he could die. Maybe that was what kept him alive? The actor said that his specific type of cancer was caused by HPV, which comes about from cunnilingus, otherwise known as oral sex. But we'll get back to that. Around the same time as Douglas's cancer recovery, Zeta-Jones checked herself into a mental health facility to treat her bipolar II disorder. After dealing with the stress of her husband's diagnosis, her disorder was triggered. She had been dealing with it for quite some time and prefers to stay on top of it by proactively checking herself into a mental health facility. I'm not the kind of person who likes to shout out my personal issues from the rooftops, but with my bipolar becoming public, I hope I can help remove any stigma attached to it, she said. Then, after 13 years of marriage, the couple announced they were separating. Reasons behind the split began emerging, and the stress of Michael's cancer battle and Catherine's struggle with her bipolar disorder had taken a toll on their marriage. But that wasn't all. Turns out that Douglas's revelation he got throat cancer through oral sex was the straw that broke the camel's back. The actor never made it clear he had contracted the virus before he met his wife. It all went downhill from there, he said. You don't say. The pair never took any legal action for the separation or divorce, and after 8 months, they were back together.
But I'm crazy about her, and yeah, I think every couple has their difficult times. The only problem is, as you well know, we're all in the public eye, and it tends to get a little more exposed than most. But we're back stronger than ever.
In December 2017, Michael's son made him and Catherine grandparents. The actor couldn't be any more excited about this next phase of their lives. They then had to face becoming empty nesters when their youngest graduated and was off to college. It's scary, it really is. You look at each other and go, well, it's just you and me, babe, he said. In 2018, the couple's marriage was tested once more when Douglas was accused by a former employee of sexual harassment. He denied the allegation and said it was a complete lie and fabrication. Zeta-Jones addressed the claim, saying, "My children and I were profoundly devastated by those allegations, and I was torn about where my absolute morals lie." Once again, they got through that obstacle. Catherine and Michael continue to have a fun and loving marriage. The actress gave her husband the surprise of his life and was scared it almost ended his life. The actor had been in France filming a new project, and she was just dying to see him again. So the actress gathered her children and decided to surprise Douglas for the holidays. He had no idea they were going to be there, so they snuck into his hotel room, and when he came home from work, they were all waiting. I thought he was going to have a heart attack for a minute. He kind of stumbled back and started crying. It was one of those great moments, she said. Could things be falling apart for the couple after all the turmoil? Well, probably not. Catherine got candid in an interview about how she needed some space from her husband. She and Michael spent a lot of time together because unlike so many couples, they've never had a 9-to-5 job where it's consistent. They're either on or they're off. She's either working 16 hours a day or she isn't, and he's doing the same. So there has been a huge amount of times when it's just been them. Zeta-Jones also noted how it's impossible for there not to be ups and downs in a marriage if you live with the same person and wake up with them every day. She spoke about how the relationship was far from perfect, adding that their constant is love and respect. They've also never lost their sense of humor and enjoy each other's company. I love being married, but it's a crazy thing when you really think about it. Will you marry me? Sure. But then you think about the Chanel purse you spent a fortune on and actually, I don't really like it anymore. I'll put it up for resale, she said. Interesting analogy. Despite all the obstacles Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones have been through, this couple has always seemed to have made it out the other side stronger. They have shared 25 beautiful years together, and we wish them many more. Let us know in the comments below if you think this couple's successful marriage is a Hollywood rarity. As always, this has been Rumour Juice. Be well and be kind.